All right, hello everyone. Good afternoon. Happy November to you guys. My green screen is doing something funny. Hold on 2 seconds, guys. Hold on. There, that should help it. All right, there we go. So I'm just sharing it live on Twitter, so come join me live on YouTube. There we go. And we'll open it up here too. So I hope you had an amazing Halloween. Tomorrow is election day, big day with voting. So if you have an opinion and you'd like to vote for that opinion, make sure that your vote is counted. I know that it can be tough, obviously, with some people getting to the polls. Depending on your state, for sure, check out your, hi Elena, how are you doing today? It's going to give us some wild volatility. Last year, I remember that we totally tanked the end of the day and then boom, shot up, and the SPY had really gained overnight. And even during the post-market activity with the unassurance of the trading that was going on, it was wild and crazy. All right, so let's pull up the stock charts. If you guys are new to following me, please hit like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications. I am still trying to get in. I'm waiting for customer service to get back to me on the contest to find out who the winner is. As soon as I have that winner, I will gladly announce it and send out the book. So if you guys have something you want to look at for today, please put it in the chat and we will go over it. And also let me know where you guys are tuning in from. It's always fun to hear the reach that I do have in this nice cyber world that we live in. All right, so we are all set up. The SPY, it looks a little crazy here. Let me turn off these lines for you and we will look at everything. So you guys know I like to, oops, I just added some more. Let's take those off. I like to follow the 45-minute chart and the daily chart together. This is our 24-hour chart. So we bounced off of this moving average on Friday, had some buying power come in, saw some potential dark pool signals that maybe we will be going up today, and boom, we're above this moving average on the 45-minute chart. They did close it above this moving average, and now we're just sort of in a positioning day today. Doesn't look like we're going up or going down. We've had a nice candlestick over here on our daily chart. Now we have a doji. On the 24-hour, it looks more impressive. We are hanging out just at the 4 EMA. My bull hat goes on when we break above 338 here. So it's a little too much indecision right now. This past week, we have an island down here. And if we're able to close above 332.50, 333.50, guess what? We have a nice gap to fill up here, back up to 338. So we might have a nice $5 rip to the upside. Hey, Julia, welcome. And so right now, I'm also seeing a bit of an upside down head and shoulders over here. Shoulder, head, shoulder with this little wick down here. Will we go and drop below 329.50, or are we going to break above 332.20 up here? Two levels to watch. Right now it's a little bit too much indecision for me, so more of watching right now, waiting for everything to set up. The Qs, we have pulled back a little bit more today, and we are testing this trend line. We're also testing this moving average that we hit on Friday and almost closed above. So keeping that in mind, we did have the upside down head and shoulders back in September, and that would be down at 262.20. So on the SPY, we have not broken below it yet either. And looking at the Qs, we have not broken below it. So over here at 320, we've not broken below the 320 range that we had back in September, and we have not broken on it on the Qs. So this could be that prime point. Hey, everybody's being fearful. They want to get out. As Warren Buffett says, Be greedy when others are fearful. However, wait for that confirmation. That confirmation will give you that higher probability trade, right? This morning, we're looking at the indexes. They're all up, right? And they're not up small. Well, the Qs are up small, but everything else is up a nice percentage. We've got a couple points on each. IWM, look at this resistance right here. Hey, if we break above 156, another island gap to trade to the upside. Now, many times we will see that money flows out of the Qs and into the Russell. That's what's happening right now. We have that island gap to trade back up here, 158. So 3 points to the upside there. Dow Jones, top 30, right? Dow Jones will fluctuate. Right now, we have another gap potentially to trade up to the upside here, potentially up to 275, 274. So keeping all of that on watch right now. VXX still hovering with some fear and indecision. However, last week we hit this resistance zone. We've pulled back. Let's check out the volume too, right? So when did we have the biggest volume? When we have these spikes up to this gray moving average, right? We have more volume, and it seems like it's selling at this point in time because we are below this high volume candlestick right here. We are 100% below it, right? And we see here's our highest volume for that day, 45 minutes. Yes, the low of that was 26.38. So we might be seeing new highs in the market coming up. Not sure that it really matters who is going to win. Just looking constructively at this chart. Nadia and Keith, you guys are long SQQ today. We'll check it out. Depending on what your entry is. Yeah, let's look at the volume as well. So we had bigger volume yesterday, right? And the biggest volume that we had was this candlestick. Yesterday being the last trading day, so Friday. So if we are able to take out the high here of 25.26, in my opinion, that's when I would personally get in. I would get in, hey, if we have a break above 25.26, add alert, crossing up. Otherwise, looking at the VXX, feeling potentially bullish, on the indexes going into the elections. I don't know about you guys. I'm not going to share a political personal view. However, my feed all over Twitter and also on Instagram and Facebook has all been Trump 2020. So if my social media has anything to say about where we might be going, we might see the market rip higher based on the fact that potentially Trump is winning. I'm not saying that 100%. I'll bet a penny on it. Hey, Asif. So yeah, just watch the volume and see, hey, volume is descending. We're coming up to a round number point. Usually when we have a descending volume and when we hit a round number, that could sometimes be a signification that there might be a reversal here. It is the middle of the day. They might take it down and rip it up, but this was test number 1 of 25.05, test number 2 of 25.05, and we're pulling back again. Will we get more volume coming into it and bring it back down? All right, let's look at my list today. So I'm going to be putting out a coupon code. Tell me, guys, what do you want for the coupon code? I will make it happen for you, and I will make it happen this afternoon. No, Asif, it's Tuesdays and Thursdays for yoga. Tomorrow we're going to do heart opening poses. Yeah, we can chart SNE. And I also have NEO on here. So I was watching Apple as well. So Apple came up. Look at what we hit. That 425 exponential moving average. Now we've come back down to our low of Friday. So you guys tell me, what discount code would you guys like to see to sign up for my watch list to try it out? And I will make it happen for you today. Okay, so put it in the chat. Whichever one gets the most, obviously not 100% off, but I will go ahead and make that happen through this week for you guys. So coming down here, 107, we are hitting a double bottom. You like that as the promo code? Okay, We'll do that as the promo code for the actual code, but what percentage would you guys like to see? That'll be the promo code, vote 2020. And you guys can pick the percentage. How about that? All right, so NEO had a crazy gap up, almost came to the $35 mark, broke above my level for potential taking out to the upside for a long trade. And now we are pulling back. We came down, we tested the low of the pre-market. You guys see this? Low of the pre-market, what was this right here? 31.70. Came down to 31.68. Yeah, we can do 35% off. All right, you got it, Nadia and Keith. No problem. We'll do 35% off, vote 2020. And I will do it as soon as I finish the live streams. I am on Ticker Talker today, so be patient. If you guys want to sign up, that's it. 35% off, vote 2020. You guys making it happen. We came down to the low over here of 31.70, and look, we came right down to it. Now, if you guys have TradingView and you don't have this, shoot me an email at jane@cjanetrade. I will let you know how I got this information here. And it's pulling back, right? So we had a little potential trade to the long side and trade to the downside. Duncan, not a lot of movement. This was the buyout. Didn't know if this was going to have more volatility for the day. A range of 30 cents. So not that interesting. BABA today had some nice movement as well to it. Pulled to the downside immediately, 5-10 minutes, came back up, and we've just been trading down in this range. We have you can see that there's a downward trend right here. That would be the nice, hey, we broke down from here, and it seems as if it's really testing this 307.70 area on our daily chart over here. You can see that we have the moving averages almost converging, curling over, going into earnings. Many times we have a gap up on BABA, and we will usually see big prints in the morning for BABA right during pre-market. So I will be keeping my eyes peeled for that. Man, I'm having fun. Hi, Julio. And then it will come back down. So we're in a wedge, and with earnings coming up on Thursday, I would be cautious, right? Because this could be a whole lot of positioning. Maybe trading it after earnings would be better there. But a little bit of a downward trade, couple opportunities twice today. PayPal as well. So PayPal came up to that 425 EMA. Look at that. Testing, testing, testing. And now we're pulling back down. Julio, I forgot BIDU. Yes, BIDU is earnings and PayPal as well. Lee, if you guys have not checked out the China Hustle on Netflix, check it out. You are going to be extra cautious and probably holding Chinese stocks after that. Day trade, okay, whatever. But longer term, just check it out. Just be cautious. That's what I have to say about that. Okay, so we have descending volume right here. We're starting to see that it's setting lower highs. And even though it's in an upward trend on the day, we are setting lower highs, lower volume. Had a nice double potential to trade Julio today. Trade Lee. I was reading that you traded that today for a nice potential move. We had $1 to the upside here and 50 cents right here. CCL, likely big movement to come on the cruise ships. This was a dark pool level from the past. 1258 came and tested that. And today pulled down. Look at this buying wick that we have right here. Right? Came down to 1293 and we bounced from there. So I don't know, I need to go back and look at the time at sales. Did we really trade all the way down to 1293, or was that just potential sign of where we were going? I don't know, I'm always leery of these wicks, right? You see, here's this wick, and where did we go? We came down today. So just keep that on mind. Watch. John will look at it and see. We've got Twitter. Twitter is bouncing off of this moving average as well. Looks as if we found support down here. Somebody was in Twitter. I don't remember who. Somebody bought it last on Friday back here and was looking. Was that you, John, buying Twitter? We might see that it's going to curl up today. This might be the bottom, but we don't have big volume there. Julio, no, I'm going to look more for the targets and trade it for the targets, right? So like I took profits on Neo Swing up here. When I saw it testing and rejecting, when it came back down, I took profits going in from 27 down here. So wrote it up and actually, yeah, 27, wrote it up here and took some profits and letting it come back down to reality again, potential upward surge. Yeah, no, it's a good thing to get rid of it. All right, so Twitter AAL, another one pulling back today, hitting the moving averages and pulling back down, came down to our buying wicks down here. Will this be the reversal point? Very similar, downward wick with a reversal candlestick right here. Same time, I believe, as CCL, if that's correct, right? That was 10:55. Is it the same? 9:55. 9:55 there, and let's see. 9:50 over, no, 9:55 for American Airlines as well. Very interesting, right? Let's see, Facebook pulling back on the day. And we just broke below, look at this, 2 trade opportunities, one to the long side, and then once it hit that 425, look at how it's rejected it. So RCL, Royal Caribbean, pulled back, but 9:55, hey, do you see a coincidence here? Let's also check Delta. Let's see if this happened on all of them. Let's see, what was the low? Was that at 9:55? No, 10:10. Let's check. Let's see, Royal Caribbean, was it RCLH? What's the other one? NCLH, Norwegian Cruise Lines. Let's see if theirs, or is it 9:55? 9:55. Do you guys see a pattern here? Look at this, big volume right here at 10:40. We're above this. Do you see the W pattern here? NCLH W. CCL W. RCL W. Potentially the shovel, maybe the cruise lines will be moving up. They all tend to have a W pattern for today, and we're above it right now. So as long as we would stay above, you know, that the top of the midline of the W, potentially those are going to be moving up this sector this afternoon. Just looking at it. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. All right, so you guys want to see BIDU. Let's look at BIDU. So BIDU has earnings report, and Kyle, you said SNE, right? SNE, yeah, okay, we can look at that. So BIDU on the daily, we are not able to break above this 136. Took it up there, came up, squeezed some shorts, and pulled back. Looks as if support is down here at 134.33 over here. Looks as if support came into it right there. It's really interesting. Crazy volume right at open down here, and it shot up. So it looks as if support is down here now, 134.32. Will it pull back further? Is this earnings after hours today? Estimated earnings 199. Do you know if this, Julio, is this going to be reporting after hours today? Looks like it. November 2nd, 199, likely after hours. So the fact that they took it up and there's selling power up here might not be pretty for BIDU. Just looking at the chart patterns, it was not able to hold up here, but however, you never know, right? The market, they could be doing that intentionally just to get shorts into it to squeeze them at open. All right, let's look at SNE for Kyle. So Sony. All right, Sony PlayStation 5. Any gamers out there? I know way too much about Sony, about PlayStations and red light of death, all that good stuff. So we had a big gap up here. Now, Sony, you can see Sony tends to gap a lot. It's traded on other exchanges. However, it also trades on the US market. So we have a gap up here and might pull back down to that 83.25. The biggest volume for today, let's get into it right here. The biggest volume for today was this candlestick, a high of 85.90 and a low of 85.59. Where are we in relation to that price action? Below. So in my mind, as long as we do not break above 85.60, this is going down, because all of that price action is above us right now. There was some profit taking, and now they're ready to bring it down. Many times when we have an extreme angle like this, parabolic, right? This is parabolic. If I put it to the low right here, look at how it's following the trend line right now. If we break this trend line, it comes down, breaks it, and tests it again. That second test, as long as it does not penetrate it to the upside, would be a potential entry to the downside, in my opinion. You see it right here. Came down, okay, broke it, yes, downward trade, right? Tested it, came up, now it's support. Hey, if this tests it and it breaks through this trend line again, potential short to the downside. All right, and TAP, yeah, let's look at TAP. Let's look at SRRK for DEA. So SRRK, Scholar Rock Holding. So we are taking out the big volume just before earnings. Careful in holding this over earnings. It's looking a little overbought. However, I will not use that as a reason to get out. I've mentioned this to you guys. Nice move off of the 425 today. Bounced up, shot up, hit 445.50. I don't have all my moving averages turned on over here. I turned them off today. I was playing around with it. So let's turn them back on. Right, there we go. Came down to the 21 EMA on the 5-minute chart and bounced. So if this crosses over, here was a potential where we start to see that crossover. Again, higher volume right here, reversal setup, hammer, start taking it out, go lower, the moving averages cross, potential to get in here, all right, setting a lower high right here, potential move down if we have more volume coming into it. You see that trend as well? Hey, this is that potential. We're failing potential downward side from here. Now, if it breaks above and we have higher volume and it continues, that would be my potential get out. I would put a stop above 44.20 right there. All right, TAP. TAP, nice W on the daily, and it just had earnings. I had TAP on my Sunday watch list, right? Over here. So it was on my Sunday watch list, and nice move today. Nice breakaway to the upside. Hey, good morning, Net Sky Limit. So this has had nice move to the upside. Green day, big green day, took out the midline here. We are testing the resistance on the daily over here, so this might be a nice point at which I would take profit. If I was long this, I would take partial here. Might have a continued move up further, 38.30, and then up to 38.86. All right, Net Sky Limit, let's look at it and see. Well, let's see. We were looking, AMC is breaking out. Excuse me, not AMC. AMC is breaking out to the downside. AMC has had talks about bankruptcy. So not one that I am interested in longer term. This one would need to prove itself, curl around, go through restructuring. About to come down to the 52-week low of 195 over here, 30 cents away, with earnings coming up. I don't know about you guys up here in Canada. Movie theaters are closed. Is there another way that AMC could make money, right? Do they sell DVDs or something like that? Or do they have a streaming service? If they were to convert and maybe say, hey, you can have your membership for AMC, I think, in my opinion, this might be going to the graveyard because there's no one going to movie theaters anymore and everything is going online streaming, right? So looking at that, this is one that potentially heading to the downside. Let's check out AMD as well for Kyle. I know Kyle has interest in this one. Ooh, Kyle, I'm not liking this. Let's look at the weekly chart over here. We are setting up a W and breaking down to the lows over here, right? What is the low? The low here is 73.85, 73.88, and we are at 74.50. So if we break 73.80 for AMD, potential short to the downside here with a move down to $70. So nice potential short there. Let's go back to the indexes and check them on the weekly as well as the 45-minute as well. So SPY is still hovering. Let's do something right here. Let's remove the drawings for a second. I will put them back on. So we are potential M over here for coming down on the SPY. However, the midline's really down here again at 322. Oh, look at that. Now the SPY is dropping right as I say that. Who's selling the SPY? We're coming down to that low. Are we going to come all the way down here? 326.54. There might be a chance that we could come back down. That was also pretty much the close from Friday. So keeping that on watch, we're about to test we're testing a moving average right now, then here and here. So if we break below 329, good likelihood that we will have a move down to 326. Let's check it on the 45-minute chart over here. And let's check out Apple is pulling back as well. 45-minute chart. Look at how we have selling wicks right here. That is not good. That's not healthy to me. And we might come down and test 328.75 over here. Let's check out the Qs. What just alerted? SQQQ. There we go. All right. So Nadia and Keith now doing well on SQQ. And the Qs are pulling back. We are pulling to the downside here on the Qs. 268.50 would be my next potential target down here, 40 cents to the downside, unless we see buying power come in. Over here, if we take out the low from 267, watch out, next test down to 266.20 potentially over here. All right, guys, I am going to wrap it up for now. I will be on Ticker Talker Live, so check that out as well. And I will see you guys tomorrow, 7:30 ASIF tomorrow for yoga, 7:30 Eastern. If you guys want to join me for a live pre-market yoga, you're welcome, Daya. And have an amazing afternoon. Carpe Profit, seize those profits one trade at a time. See you guys tomorrow.